Hello students, welcome to our English class. Today we shall start the poem The Ant and the Cricket from the book Beehive. This poem is work of famous Greek poet Aesopus. The two characters of this poem, the ant and the cricket, represent two types of people. The first category of people believe in delaying, whereas the second category of people start preparing from the very first day. We can say since beginning they start preparing. The first category of people, our cricket represents the first category of people, whereas the ant represents the second category of people. Here, cricket, who is fond of singing, spent the whole summer and spring season in singing. When he could have collected food or prepared shelter for winter days, but what he did, he wasted his time. He wasted his time in singing and enjoying the season. Whereas on the other hand, cricket, he kept on collecting food and preparing shelter for the winter season. Soon the winter came. Now our cricket was in trouble, as he did not have anything at his home, and due to extreme cold he could not find anything outside even, and as he did not have anything to eat, he was starving. He somehow gathered courage and went to the ant and asking for help, and due to extreme cold, starvation and rain, the cricket got wet and was shivering. He requested the ant to give him some food and shelter in his home. The ant told him that no doubt he considered himself as his servant as well as his friend. But the ants follow a set principle, that is, the ant neither borrow nor do they lend. And he also asked the cricket why he didn't gather and store food during the spring and summer season. Then the cricket replied that he did not care much about future. The weather was so warm, pleasant, that he did not bother to collect food for winter days. He preferred to enjoy the pleasant weather. This annoyed the ant, and he quickly put an end to the conversation and pushed the cricket out of his house. And due to extreme cold, the ant, his condition was worst. At the end, our poet tell us that there are so many human beings, so many people who do not plan for their future, and they repent when the time is gone. Welcome back, students. Now let us discuss about the poet and about the fable. What do you mean by fable? The poet, this poem is adopted from Aesop's fables. Aesop was a slave and a storyteller who lived in ancient Greece between 620 to 564 BCE. And this poem is one of those poems. And in this poem, there is a silly cricket and a miser ant. Now let us discuss what is this fable. Fable is a moral story in which animals play the role. They play the role as character, and so that they may teach us a lesson. Here, this poem gives us a very good message that we should not delay anything. If you learn that message at the initial stage of your life, that would be very fruitful for you at the later part of your life. Because delaying is something which is not going to give you anything. It would only give you pain, regret, as delaying is not at all good. If we delay anything, or if we think, if we leave a task to be done on tomorrow, that is not, we can say, fruitful, as that tomorrow would never come. But those who put their efforts on at the very initial stage, they get their desired result. Whatever they required, whatever they desire, they get that type of result in their life. Okay, in this poem, the poet is telling us that this poem has a far-reaching significance. Far-reaching significance means far-reaching significance. Significance is meaning, means which has a deep meaning. This poem has a very deep meaning, as there are so many people who delay their work, who like to delay their work. It is about an ant and the cricket. The poet is telling us that this is about an ant and the cricket, and about a four-legged cricket as of a two-legged one. Means cricket, no doubt crickets have four legs, but who are these with two legs? That means it is here the poet tells us, here poet is pointing towards the human beings. There are so many human beings who delay their work, who delay their work to be done on the tomorrow, but that tomorrow never comes. And these type of people have to regret when the time comes. Welcome students, now let us discuss stanza wise explanation of this poem. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. Now the poet has called this cricket silly. Why? Because he was accustomed to sing. Accustomed means in the habit of. He was in the habit of singing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring. And warm through the whole warm and sunny, we can say sunny months of happy. Gay means happy. Happy summer season and spring season, when the weather was hot, warm, sunny, when he could work hard, he could have collected food for winter days, he could prepare for his shelter. What he did, he sang only. He sang only. Began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. And that cricket started complaining when he found that at home, when he came to know, when he found that at his home his cupboard was empty, means he hasn't anything in his cupboard. When he came to know that he hasn't collected anything, there was no food in his cupboard, then he started complaining, and winter also started. Then he started complaining. That's why the poet has called him silly, foolish young cricket, who wasted his time in silly things just like singing during the happy and sunny months of summer and spring, when he could have worked hard, could have collected food and prepared his shelter. But what he did, he wasted his time in singing only. That's why the poet has called this cricket silly. Now in the second stanza, he is saying, not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground. Not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me. In this stanza, the poet is saying that cricket could not find even a single crumb. Crumb means piece of food. Here basically means breadcrumbs. Piece of bread, food. He could not find any breadcrumb, any piece of food on snow-covered ground. Means the whole ground is covered with snow. That's why he was unable to find anything, any food. Not a flower could he see. Why he could not find any flower? Because even the flowers are covered with snow. Flowers are covered with snow. He could not find flower even so that he could eat that flower or make shelter with that flower or leaf. He could not find even a single flower or leaf also on the tree. Why he was unable to find any leaf or flower on tree? because it was winter season and everything was covered with snow. So that's why he could not find even flower or leaf so that he could quench his hunger or make shelter for himself. Then what he said, oh, what will become, says the cricket of me. Means now he is saying what would become of me. Means how would he be able to survive in this type of situation. Means how he could quench his hunger and how could he save himself from that much cold. Here basically cricket represent the people, the second category of people who does not prepare for their exams or for their winter days, for their hard days, difficult days from the very beginning. I hope this stanza is quite clear to everyone. At last by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant, to see if to keep him alive he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he would repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. Now here, at last, because of starvation means hunger. Famine means the scarcity of food. Made bold. As at last he become bold. How the cricket become bold. Bold means डीट हो जाता है और we can say बेशर्म और डीट कह सकते हैं. He became bold and what made him bold? Starvation and famine. So much hunger and famine. Famine means scarcity of food. All dripping with wet and all trembling with cold. And due as it was snowing, it was raining, he was dripping with wet. बिल्कुल भीग गया था, बिल्कुल गीला हो गया था. And due to extreme cold, he was trembling. Trembling means shivering. कांप रहा था with cold. Due to extreme cold, he was shivering, trembling. Away because of his hunger and famine made him bold. उसको bold बना दिया था, उसको ढीठ बना दिया था. So that's why he set off to a miserly ant. He set off. दूर उसका एक miserly ant था. There was a miserly means कुछ ऐसे लोग होते हैं जो अपने पास रख तो लेते हैं लेकिन किसी को देना, कुछ शेयर करना पसंद नहीं करते. That type of ant was. So he went to a miserly ant to see, means to find out, to see, to keep him alive. If to keep him alive, he would he would help him shelter from rain. Means उसको थोड़ी सी shelter दे दे rain से, रहने के लिए थोड़ी सी जगह दे दे. And a mouthful of grain, means some food also he wanted. He wanted some food and shelter from rain from that ant. He wished only to borrow. ऐसा नहीं था कि वो ले लेता and he would not return that. He only wanted to borrow. Borrow means उधार लेना चाहता था. He would repay it tomorrow. And next day when the condition would be better, he thought that he would repay it. He would return that when the time comes. If not, if the ant would not help him, he must die of starvation and sorrow. He must die of starvation. Starvation means hunger. And sorrow. Sorrow of what? Sorrow of extreme cold. He must die due to hunger and extreme cold. Here, basically, the poet is telling us the first category of students. वो भी क्या करते हैं? वो when the time is there, they just enjoy their time. And when the time gets over, जब near exams time आ जाता है, what they do? They start calling the toppers to give them some notes दे दें, कुछ help कर दें. Someone would make them understand the chapter so that they would give the exams and get better marks. So this basically represents those type of students, those type of people who start doing their work when extreme time comes. Now the ant is telling to the cricket. Says the ant to the cricket, I'm your servant and friend. But we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? Quoth the cricket, not I. Now the cricket tells the cricket that now the ant tells the cricket that I am your servant and friend. No doubt I am here to help you. We both are insects. I am here to help you. Definitely I would help you, and I am your friend also. But they follow certain principles, certain ethic. What is this? What is the ethic? That is, we ant never borrow, we ant never lend. कि हम ना तो किसी को उधार लेते हैं ना उधार देते हैं. We follow this principle. But tell me, dear cricket, means after this the ant asked from the cricket one question. He wanted to inquire from the cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? What he asked, did you lay nothing by? Lay nothing by here means save nothing. Did you save nothing when the weather was warm? When the weather was warm, hot था, गर्म था, sunny season था, did you save nothing? Did you store nothing for yourself? Quoth the cricket. Quoth means here it is English word or old English word which means said. Said the cricket, but the cricket replied that not I. Means he did not collect anything, did not save anything when the when the weather was warm, sunny. He did not collect anything for himself. I hope this stanza is quite clear to everyone. Now, what reason the cricket gave? My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay. You sang, sir, you say. Go, then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. Now the cricket is giving the reason that why he did nothing, why he saved nothing. Because my heart was so light. मेरा दिल जो था वो इतना हल्का फुल्का, टेंशन फ्री था, इतना रिलैक्स्ड फील कर रहा था that I sang day and night. Here I is used for cricket. This pronoun is used for cricket. He is saying that he sang day and night. He spent the day and night during summer and spring season. He spent day and night in singing only. For all nature looked gay, because all nature was looking gay, happy लग रही थी, बहुत ही soothing लग रही थी, comfortable लग रही थी. That's why his heart was so relaxed, so comfortable. So he spent the whole summer and spring season in singing only. Then this annoyed the ant. This annoyed, and वो ant जो होती है थोड़ा सा गुस्सा आ जाता है उसको. You sang, sir, you say. अब ant कह रही है you sang, आप कहते हैं कि आपने गाना गाया, आप कहते हैं कि आपने गाना गाया. Go then, जाओ फिर, says the ant. Ant कहती है and dance the winter away. अब तुम कहते हो कि तुमने गाना गा के पूरा समर बिता दिया, you spent the whole summer in singing, then keep on dancing and spend the winter also. Spend the winter in singing by dancing also. Indirectly he is setting a taunt मार रही है उसको कि आपने sing करके अगर सारा summer season when you should have prepared, you should have worked hard, आपको मेहनत करनी चाहिए थी, preparation करनी चाहिए थी, then you sang only, तब आपने सिर्फ गाना गाया. तो now during winter season you may dance. अब डांस करके विंटर भी बिता लो. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket. Hastily means quickly. Lifted the wicket. उसने अपना दरवाजा बंद किया and lifted the wicket and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. He threw the little cricket. उस बेचारे से क्रिकेट को अपने दरवाजे से बाहर कर दिया. Quickly he turned the door. He closed the door and turned the cricket out of his house. Now the last line the poet is saying, folk call it this a fable. Folks call it a fable. This a fable. Fable कहते हैं उसको, moral story बताते हैं which is represented by two insects. Moral story बताते हैं. I warrant it true. The poet is saying कि I warrant it, I guarantee it, I'm sure that it is true. ये बिल्कुल सच्ची कहानी है. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. क्योंकि कुछ क्रिकेट होते हैं those who have 4 legs, उनके 4 legs होते हैं. Some have 2. अब ये some have 2 ये कौन है? क्रिकेट जो इंसेक्ट्स है उनके तो 4 legs ही होते हैं. ये 2 कौन है? These are human beings. ह्यूमन बींग्स के लिए यूज हुआ है कि देर आर सम ह्यूमन बींग्स हु डिले देयर वर्क, who when the time is there for hard work they keep on delaying or wasting their time in silly things, and when the time comes they started asking for help from other people also. In this way the poet is trying to make us understand that we should not be like this cricket, rather we should prepare in advance for our difficult days.